Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live, a podcast about life, love, and overcoming obstacles. Each week, we discuss the good, the bad,
Chris and Carlette on our side, CNC Live.
Well, here we are in sunny Florida.
Yes.
I don't know how sunny it is, but
you know,
the sun ain't out now.
No, we got a late show, not an early show.
Yeah. But you know, when the time changes and the Earth rotates to its perspective position,
it will still be light at this time.
It will be light at 8:00.
In about 4 more months?
Yeah. No, not 4 months, because it's February, March, April, probably around
June.
April, May.
April, May.
Yeah, remember we have to set the time and stuff. But we are on vacation, a workstation, I guess. I mean, a pod.
Doing the same thing, but in a different location.
Yes.
Different atmosphere.
Yes, the kids are on, the children are on what they call winter break. And then in April, they turn around and have a spring break. So I'm glad to get away. We are with my cousin, the attorney Terry C. Gray. We're residing with him for the time being, and what a joyous occasion it's been staying here. This is the second time we stay here. We came in November, right, for Thanksgiving. So. Yeah. So what's going on? What did you do this weekend? What was exciting?
Getting here, first of all. But we did, before we left, we attended a homegoing service of one of the church mothers. Her daughter went on to be with the Lord, Miss Kelly Weston, and we honor her. We say her name, and we support our own Mother Muriel Weston, and love her dearly. It was a beautiful send off. Her mothers and her parents sent her off well. It was beautiful, very beautiful.
So on the way down here, we tried to. Well, no, we didn't try to. It was a desire of mine to make sure that Evan has a touch of the Daytona 500.
Okay.
It was obviously yesterday was the opening season for the race, and they always have it in Daytona. They and with us knowing now how the race happens, there's always some preliminary races and stuff going on the day before. So I said, let's just drive down and see what happens. And initially, Carlette didn't. No, let's just go. I want to get there. I want to get, But I was
ready
like,
to get to Florida, honey.
I was like, no, let's just see, because Evan loves NASCAR and he wants to, see, he wants to experience. So we nonetheless we drive on down to Daytona first, and yes, this was Saturday, and so we drove in. It was about 7-8 o'clock, and I noticed that a race was still going on, so you could hear the engines and the cars going around the track and stuff. So I see a will call ticket parking lot, and we pulled in. Wasn't any cars in there except for one, and it had tow written on it. So I'm like, oh man, I hope they don't tow our cars. But anyway, so me, Evan, and Chloe get out. We talked to one of the security guards. He said, oh man, it's no problem. Just go ahead and because Carlette stayed in the car. And so after that, we proceeded to walk to one of the gates because I wanted to get Evan a souvenir or whatever. So we walked to one of the gates. One of the guys said, well, you can't get in here. Security and stuff around. And I just found out it was like only a couple more laps to go in the race. So I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. So I definitely want to get him in there. But we walked to this other gate. Well, as we were walking to like one of the vendor booths, I noticed one of the gates was open and there was no one standing there.
That is funny.
And it said exit.
That's funny. That's funny.
So we went through the exit door.
They snuck in through the gates.
Y'all know how y'all used to do when
They
you
went
was
through
at
the
parties.
gates.
Y'all used to
They
sneak
slid
in.
right on in through the gates.
So we went up the stairs, and here go Evan. Saved Evan. We didn't pay for a ticket.
That's right. My baby gonna be saved.
We didn't pay for a ticket. We gotta get in trouble.
My baby.
So we walk up the stairs, and he's still like, I was like, man, just calm down. You with your daddy. So we walk up, and then we see the race, and it was like maybe a couple laps to go, and he was excited about it and seeing the cars go around. And then we saw like the final lap there. Like when you go to a NASCAR race, not only is it just the fun and excitement of the cars going around the track, but it's also the fun and excitement of them having an accident.
That's crazy.
That's
people waiting for the accident.
Yeah, waiting because they're so like spectacular. And we pray that no one gets hurt. But so the last lap, I think it was like maybe the second to last lap, something like this. All of a sudden there's a crash and the car flips upside down and sparks and everything go.
Y'all got to see that.
Right. We get all excited and stuff.
Get excited about an accident. Now see, that'll preach right there, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
So
when your enemy. No. When the spectators. Okay.
So we leave, and then we leave out a little early, and then we go and I buy him a little NASCAR car, and then we went on home. I mean, it was like, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this analogy, but it was like we found favor. It was so quick to get in, get out. I thought we'd be in long lines and all this and stuff, but it was like the Lord left the back door open for us so he could go through.
Oh.
God made a way out of no way.
See, the saints be finding it. They find God and everything. We snuck in. Look at God.
Snuck in. Look at the Lord. See.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, so that was fun. Then we moseyed on down here to Boca Raton. So that's where we are. Bringing you the show live. We're actually outside. It's a little windy, a little bit, but we're outside in the backyard next to the pool.
Got on sandals.
It was 85 degrees. I think it's 75 now, but it was so good to get away. You know, we trying to be like the Blakeleys.
Listen, I got a different kind of sleep. I really did. I did. I got a different kind of sleep. I got some good sleep.
Yeah, we you know, them Blakeleys, they go.
Oh, they travel.
We just trying to catch up with them, you know.
They use their passports. You know. Right.
No, but I'm glad everybody's actually because you gotta get away to wind down, you know, with family and friends. Even though you have to work, I called off. You have to work.
I'm working a short week. I'm not working the whole week.
You got 3 days.
See, you just put me out there like that. I mean, just put all my business out. Acting just like.
No.
Okay. So anyway, we're gonna get our guest on. We don't want to
see. Dresky Love say, "Won't he do it? Won't he do it?" See?
He would, Dre.
Yeah.
So listen, we thank you for tuning in. I see you all coming in and stuff. I'm tagging people, but they're coming in, and we just want to say, go ahead and like and subscribe. But this is where I want you to do it. I want you to share it on. If you're on Facebook, definitely share it. But
what's up, Stephanie?
We're soon to transfer all of this and only go live on YouTube. And I'm telling you all this now. We want all you to go to our page, all of you to go to Chris and Carlette Live page on YouTube, because we will no longer, at a certain point, at a date near you, will not be going live on Facebook. We will just strictly do YouTube. And so go over there now, subscribe now, Chris and Carlette Live page on YouTube. Because we will eventually just be using Facebook for marketing purposes. So.
My bill is on.
Yeah, he been on. Oh yeah. And so we're gonna keep this going. So if you just bear with me, we're about to bring our guest in.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with her bio. Pastor Felicia Blakley is a powerful woman of God who gracefully serves alongside her husband, Apostle Javon Blakley, for over 18 years. She is a registered medical assistant and has been a healthcare professional for over 20 years. Pastor Felicia has been dedicated to living by example and pushing others to cultivate their God-given purpose in Christ. Pastor Felicia gave her life to the Lord and was filled with the Holy Spirit at the precious age of 14. Just as God has used her to nurture and care for her spiritual children, her most prized possession is being a mother to her 5 amazing natural children. Pastor Felicia leads with great compassion and integrity. She continuously expresses her love for people and has an enormous heart for youth and marriages. A few of her mottos are: we are better together, saving lives one child at a time, or healthy people building healthy marriages, and healthy marriages build healthy churches. She is compassionate, a humanitarian, and loves helping others without recognition. Pastor Blakley is very active in our community. She is the founder and CEO of Diamonds and Pearls for Girls Mentorship, a nonprofit organization. A nonprofit organization for young girls between the ages of 9 through 19. She is a renowned author of the book Permission to Heal. She is a certified life coach. She hosts her annual citywide women's conference, better known as WAP, Women of Power, which was established in 2009. Since the growth and expansion of this powerful conference, we have shifted into a movement, an international movement entitled Girl Get Up. Some of her annual events that are very beneficial to the community are not limited to annual breast cancer walk. Her fight is our fight. Community givebacks and her volunteer work on many community boards. It's safe to say, whatever her hands find to do, you can find her doing it. Pastor Felicia continues to pour into women across the country. She has truly been called to preach, teach, and share the word of God with power and authority. Miracle signs and wonders do follow her life. She is a woman of strength in the face of adversity and a noble reflection of a Proverbs woman. Everybody.
Wait. Before you do that, before you go there, I got my top 3 list.
All right.
My top 3 list.
All right.
Of saved women.
Okay.
That I know.
Okay.
I know my first one before we bring her on. She is you. We know that you. We know everybody know that Carlette Nicole Jones Edwards is sure enough saved to the bone. My next person that I know that is sure enough saved,
right,
is that of Lady Felicia Blakley. We know without a shadow of a doubt.
We know
that she is. Now I don't know about her husband. No, I'm just playing.
You know what? No, you did not. No, you didn't gonna do that.
No, because he been throw me under the bus. But I know that Felicia's shown enough saved.
And who's number 3?
Number 3 would be Angela Blakley.
Yes.
I know that she is shown enough saved.
Yes.
Yes. So we bringing her on. There she is. There's Lady Felicia.
Let's put our hands together. Let's receive
We
her.
know that them 3 right there.
Them 3.
Now there's some more, but that they like y'all like have direct lines to Jesus.
You know what?
Y'all have direct y'all got the bad line.
That's a beautiful compliment. That's the best compliment.
Shoot, why don't y'all 3 get together and have a prayer vigil? Shoot, y'all.
A prayer vigil?
Not a prayer vigil, but
you don't want a prayer vigil.
Not a prayer vigil,
we
but just whatever. Because y'all shoot
a prayer meeting. Just
y'all get the Lord off His throne and have Him come down into the church.
Well, praise God.
Hey, Felicia, how you doing? Hey, lady.
How you doing, my brother-in-law?
I'm good. I'm good.
Bless
That's my seal, y'all. My seal.
You might need to start out praying for him.
No, I got to say this. Sister Carlette, I was on here last week.
Yes, you were.
And you wasn't as enthusiastic about this bio like you was last week. I need a little more emphasis.
That's because we can't really talk loud because we outside.
Sit up in the outside with somebody on the other side.
I need a little more. Woo! Come on, I was like, yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
No,
praise the Lord.
We got told not to be loud.
Yeah,
so
we've been told we can't be loud.
It's our neighbors.
Loud ain't always. It ain't the loudness.
Okay. I'm not controlling those buttons. And I said, can we welcome her? And I thought he was going to press the button. He didn't press it.
Well, I know because I had to get my top 3. It's like, you remember when David Letterman?
No, we didn't just messed up already.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, let me bring Chloe out here.
Yeah, do we have to start the reset? Wait, the reset button.
Yeah, let me bring Chloe out here.
Everything will change.
It's all good. It's all good.
No,
Thank
but
you for
really.
having me. I'm glad to be here tonight.
That's good. We glad you took time out your busy schedule to
I know you had to shift some stuff around.
Yeah, shift. Yes.
Straight from work and straight to here. So.
Oh wow.
And she got her face made.
Right, the hair all.
I woke up like this.
That you did.
That's
that
it.
you did.
That's
that
it.
you did. How did I
woke up like this.
Well, we're excited. So I was looking at some of the photos that you had, that you sent us, and we'll go through some of them later. But I was just like so amazed at what you're doing for young ladies.
Right.
I'm like, man, I didn't know she was doing all this.
You don't see this on Facebook?
I mean, I do, but not like what the photos she sent me, But I mean, I was just amazed. Like, man, ladies doing it.
Yeah, it's a burden.
Yeah. I'm like, go ahead, explain like how.
Well, before we do that, so let me. Before I was told, I was about to go into something, but then I was told what I didn't do. Okay.
That's right.
So, the theme this month is you are making Black history.
Okay.
And so we felt that it's always good to reach back. It really is. But why reach back when it's people currently doing it? People
Gotcha.
are making Black history now.
Okay.
So we didn't have to go back when it's happening now. And so we were like, okay, she's making Black history. And that's why you're here tonight. I know we've had you on other times, but not really like as a feature guest like tonight. And featuring you as, and to say publicly, she is making Black history. And we applaud you for that. And also, we'll pray, because these hand claps. And so the thing about it is, that's what we're here to talk about. How you're making Black history currently. Now, I could have went in any other direction, but I went in the direction of Diamonds and Pearls.
Yeah.
Because you're helping and making a difference of young ladies. I didn't know the age group, but I knew it was somewhere around the 9 through 19. I actually thought it was like 9 to 21.
It is. Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about Ashley, but it's just Ashley probably about 28. I don't know, but the thing is, no. But I'm gonna tell you, I might have been playing, but that young lady, she is truly someone that, if you want to say, your poster child, she is definitely one, and she I see the change even in her. But going to Diamonds and Pearls, let's talk about your baby. Let's talk about where it came from. Was it a dream? Did you hear from God? Was it birth? What's the story behind it?
Okay, so the story behind Diamonds and Pearls, honestly, it just happened. It would be safe to say that for years I've been doing what I've been doing without a title, without a label, without a name necessarily on it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I've been doing it, and it wasn't until, I'll say, about 2 years ago, I had two moms come to me, and they came to me to say, Lady Felicia, my daughter is in trouble. Now, mind you, I've been like most of the pictures that Chris have, it was really before the official establishment of Diamonds and Pearls. And so I didn't just start doing it. This is something that's been happening for years. But about 2 years ago, I had a mother to come to me, and she was like, Lady Felicia, my daughters are in trouble. They were about the ages, I'll say maybe 15 and 16, 14 through 16, kind of that age group. And she asked me, she was like, do you personally mentor young girls? And I'm like, I'm always doing something. If there's something that you need, we can definitely make it happen. And from there, we went and we just kind of put together like a 8-week mentoring session, one-on-one. So on Tuesdays, I would meet with one of the girls, and then on Thursdays, I would meet with another girl. And we did it consistently every week for like 8 to 10 weeks. And during that time, I discovered that, and this is outside of the four walls of the church, I'm talking about girls outside. They began to tell me how impactful, the sessions were. And, I have a friend. My friend needs help. Can you help my friend? And, my friend is going through this as well. Can I refer her to you? Can you talk to her? Can you deal with her? And that's just kind of how the actual mentorship officially just kind of dropped in my lap. And so from there, one of the parents came back to me once we finished like the 10-week course, and she said to me, she came in tears. She was like, thank you, thank you for taking out the time to help my daughter. And she was like, there's so many other girls out here that need you and need your help. She was like, I don't know. I know you work a full-time job, and I know you got a lot going on, but you might want to consider, making this official. And
Right.
from there, it went from one girl to two girls to three girls to four girls to 5, 6, 7, 8, and the list
And
just
the
goes
rest
on.
is history. So here we are. Let me say this to everybody. Everybody that comes here don't have a story. This is for all backgrounds, all ages. If you're in the Northwest Indiana area and you know there are some young ladies that can utilize this program, find her on Facebook under her name, Felicia Blakley. I think you also have a Diamonds and Pearls page as well on Facebook. You can all that. Yeah,
mentorship.
Yes, DAP, DAP mentorship, and you can find her, inbox her, put a message on there, and get a hold to it. If you have, even if you're a ministry leader or something and would like to connect with a project, I don't know, just get with her in that area, to connect. You might be a person that don't know what to do, but you have the power and influence, and then if you say let's go, then the ladies, they'll go with you. Connect with her. So, and again, like I said, everybody don't have a story to come and benefit from this. I have seen some of the pictures on Facebook with the activities of they're doing art, they're doing resumes, they're doing
Throw some of those up.
Huh?
I'm gonna throw some of those photos up.
Okay, things about etiquette, things like that. Talk more about, let me say, maybe like the curriculum or the programming.
Okay, so before I go into that, let me just tell you how the actual name Diamonds and Pearls came about.
Yes.
And so, after I prayed about it and it was like, okay, this is something I can do. And I began to reflect on my life to say, okay, who's been influential in your life?
Okay.
Who helped you, kind of get to the point where you are now, when it comes to, just being a lady, being a woman,
That's good.
morals, just simple things. And although there were many people that I can name,
Right.
the one person that kept coming back to me was my grandmother.
Yes.
And my grandmother, her name is Dorothy Ann Pearson.
That's
And
good.
those
That's
initials are
AP.
DAP.
Yep.
So I said, how can I honor her, in this DAP initials? And I was sitting down here one day and Diamonds and Pearls.
That's good.
What better way? DAP, Diamonds and Pearls, which is also a representation of my grandmother, Dorothy Ann Pearson.
Now I'm gonna
And
tell you,
everything about it represents her. I mean, she didn't wear jewelry, but
Right.
still, you get what I'm saying. The representation, the
Right.
classiness, just the etiquettes, just the whole womanhood. Everything about it represents her. So that's where the name Diamonds and Pearls come from. My grandmother, DAP.
Now see, you let me tell it. Is because they're diamonds in the rough, receiving pearls of wisdom.
Well, and that's exactly
Oh.
that's exactly one of our missions. Yeah.
Okay. All right. See,
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
in line.
If y'all see me scratching, I don't know, it's some mosquitoes or something out here.
Oh no.
I mean, I got like little bumps now already coming. So if y'all see this, forgive me. But I do want to
Rub
say,
them down with some alcohol, Carlette, when y'all
Right.
finish.
right,
Absolutely.
yes. If y'all on Facebook, can y'all bump over to YouTube and subscribe, like, and share?
Yes,
Because we're
Chris
trying to
and
build up our
Carlette.
subscribers on YouTube. So if you can do that, I see a lot of you all, like my brother-in-law, he wanted to make sure that,
He said her
Yeah,
husband is in the bill.
yeah, he wanted to make sure that,
That's
that
my
you know
brother.
that he's on the show.
Yes.
So,
Mina Bina,
you know,
she's on here, and Ashley and
Stephanie
Jayla,
Johnson, Gwen Beard.
Sheena, Stephanie,
So-
Letitia.
Yeah.
Yes.
So good. What did you have?
Oh, okay. So, can you explain to us the intake process? Say, for instance, I'm 12, and I run. I'm not a member of your church, but I hear about it. And what's the intake? I send you a message. What's the intake process?
So your parents will reach out.
Okay.
There's an email, dapforgirls@yahoo.com.
Okay. Y'all hear that? Dot. Let me put that in the comments.
It's DAP, DAP for girls@yahoo.com.
The letter 4 or the word 4?
The letter 4.
The number 4.
The number 4.
Okay. DAP for girls
At yahoo.com.
at Yahoo. Okay.
And then from there, I'll send the link for the form for them to fill out. They fill
Okay.
out the form and they start coming.
Okay. Just
No
that simple.
fee. Yep, just
And
that
it's
simple.
free. And
And it's
listen,
free.
I've been,
And it's free.
yeah, I saw that they be eating pizza. I be like, they,
Now
oh,
now how that came about, that's a whole testimony. So when we're ready to talk about that as well,
let's
the
go.
connection. Okay,
Yeah.
so since the establishment of DAP, like I said, everything that I do, I've done and do for free.
Mm-hmm.
There's no charge, there's no registration fees. We don't collect dues. This is something that I do because I just love to do it. And I believe that God will send provision because He understands the importance of our youth and the help that they need. And so there was a person who was in contact with another person,
Mm-hmm.
and she began to share with him. She was like, I'm looking for a girls group here in Northwest Indiana.
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
for a girls group.
for
I love it.
somebody that's specifically doing something for just girls. She was like, I know we have the men's programs, I know we have the blended mentoring groups, but I'm looking for somebody that's doing something just for girls.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying this to an associate of mine's, and he recommended me and gave my name.
That's good.
Most people not going to do that.
Right.
Most people want, they won't refer you, or they don't want to share the blessings that they're receiving. They want to hold back for things for themselves. And he gave her my name and she reached out to me. And let's just say, to make a long story short, it's a foundation that, like, they want to remain anonymous,
Okay.
who have just said, whatever you need, we got it. I'll just leave it like that.
Well, that's good. And
Yeah.
here's the thing. And even though, and I'm going to put this out here, even though this foundation has said, whatever you need, we got it. There's other that can step up.
Absolutely.
There's
Please.
others. There's others that
Please.
can step up. You might be the business or foundation or program or individual that say, okay, what are your AV needs? What do you need as far as like hotels? You know who you are. I'm not saying it's just to
Hmm.
be random. You know who you are to partner with this organization, this foundation.
Hmm.
Diamonds and pearls. If you have because she's gonna take. Let me tell y'all something. She's a traveler, and she just waiting for the green light to take them somewhere. Okay, so
I'm waiting.
if you all want to donate a bus, if you want to donate some plane tickets and some hotel rooms, or some something, trust me, that other foundation, be the next one.
Well, we got a question
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
It says, if someone wanted to volunteer time to help with the girls, what would they need to do? That's from Stephanie Johnson.
Absolutely. We're always looking for volunteers. Just reach out to me. There's also forms for volunteers to fill out as well.
Okay.
Of course, we just don't want to. And so there's a form that the volunteers fill out.
Do they have to
We
pass a
go over
background
some
check?
things. Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
All
We're
right.
dealing with children,
Right.
we're dealing with children, so we want to make sure that we're doing all that we want to do and can do to cover our children as well. And so just reach out to me. There's a link that I'll send you in the email, and you're more than welcome to come and volunteer. Yeah, we meet right now every other Thursday. So we meet twice a month, only because, my work schedule just does not permit me to do more right now.
Work
But
schedule?
trust me, the time is coming where
Stop.
I will be able to just put all of myself into diamonds and pearls.
Okay.
Right, because
Okay.
we know you want to just go full time.
You already
Full
know.
time
I'm working
ABC
on it.
3. Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
I'm
That's
working
good.
because it's a full-time need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And although we only meet twice a month, we
that's
have a
not
little
even enough.
private group that we talk. They texting, they're calling. Lady, I had a rough day at school this week. What should I do?
Mm-hmm.
My teacher is, giving me a bad grade because I didn't turn in my paper and now I'm about to fail my class. Can you coming, like I go to schools, I meet with teachers. I'm emailing teachers. Like this is, it's a lot. It's a lot into this. We're helping with scholarships. We're preparing kids for college. We're helping with college applications. We give away scholarships for seniors that's within the Diamonds and Pearls group. Yeah, so I advocate for these girls a lot as well.
What has been one of your most memorable and heartfelt and like what's the word? I can't think of the word I'm looking for. A gratifying moment where you said, "Okay, God, I know now why you had me put this in place."
Absolutely. So I have what we call our diamond in the rough. One of our diamonds. When she first came to us, the teachers gave up on her. The schools gave up on her. Many people in the community gave up on her. If you look at her life on paper, it just didn't match to where she desired to go, if that makes sense. She had goals, she had dreams, but everything on paper didn't support what she was trying to do. And so, of course, I stepped in, I advocated, we tutored, we pushed, we encouraged, and just needless to say, statistics would have said that she would not have been able to go to college. She wasn't college material, things of that sort. But we're standing here today. She's enrolled in college,
Wow.
went to college, didn't have to pay money. Was accepted right away, and is striving and is trying. College is college. It can get a little tough,
Right.
but she's striving, and
She's
she was my
pushing.
diamond in the rough, who against all odds continued to fight and did not give up, no matter what the counselors said. Listen, you will be surprised at these counselors in these school systems that's telling these children that they aren't college material.
Wow.
What they can't do. Just putting all of those seeds of what they can't do.
But
So
you
when they
know
come
what?
to me, I'm reversing that. Yeah, I know what they said, what you can't do, but let me tell you what you can do if you work at it,
If you work
if
at
you
it.
want it.
It's
You
funny.
know?
It's funny you say that because it seemed like there's been a lot of stories coming out like that, even with some of these young men in the sports arena, or they graduate and go end up. My school counselor told me I wouldn't be nothing. That
Yeah,
story is coming out a lot, and here you
absolutely.
are making a stand to say stop.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
I'm undoing.
hold right quick. Hold right quick. Hold that thought. I got to get this one out for Felicia.
Okay.
Annette Jackson says, "How can someone donate?" I had to put that out
Oh,
there.
yes.
Yes. So how
Annette
can
Johnson.
how can
Okay,
someone?
go ahead and answer that. Go ahead.
Okay. So you can Cash App. That's $P2H. You can inbox me, and you can mail checks. You can mail it to 301 East 9th Street, Michigan City, Indiana, Diamonds and Pearls.
Somebody, somebody from High Praise put that in there. That's the address right to the church, correct?
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
go ahead
High
and put that in there.
Praise, attention, Diamonds and Pearls.
Okay.
The address is 301 East 9th Street in Michigan City. You can Cash App. That's $P, the number 2, and the letter H.
I put that in there already. Go ahead.
We have Zelle with my phone number or my email.
Okay.
And
We're
depending
not
on
And
gonna
you
how
can
do that.
inbox me too.
Yeah, inbox you for that.
We can
Yeah.
definitely talk about that as
depending
well.
on how much it is, you might just go by and pick. No, I just
I mean, we will be more than happy to take all donations. Absolutely.
Go by the what?
just go pick it up. Depending on how much. No,
Right.
I'm just
We'll
kidding.
meet you
Y'all,
at a
hey,
public
y'all.
place.
We'll come and pick it up as well.
Yeah, let me
Right.
put my disclaimer. Y'all joke around a
Anything
lot.
within
but-
100-mile radius, we will travel.
We got you.
we got you.
Listen. Okay.
We will
That's good.
travel.
Yes.
So thank you for whoever said that. Thank you for that.
So let's see here.
Thank you, Mina. Thank you for putting that in there in the chat.
LaShonda Hawkins said, let me put this comment up right quick. And
So she said, so true. My son, the soon-to-be pilot, was told this and currently flying planes and soon
Yes.
will have his private license. Listen, people, the people are talking. They're saying it.
there go to Miss.
Now, I will say this. Now, the personal part to her, to us, to me, she is married to my brother. She is actually my sister-in-law. And the thing about it is,
Right. That's my sister, but many people think we're my sister-in-law, but people
Exactly.
think that we're the sisters and
Yeah.
Jay's the in-law.
Because y'all acted
Exactly.
like
look alike,
everything.
whole 9 yards.
Y'all know Jesus, all that.
Right.
You know.
Hey, don't let us get together. We'll
Hold
start a
on, but
whole
Carlette,
fight.
Chris was on to something, not to go off, but he was on to something. We'll talk about that later, though. He was
I'm
on
open
something.
to it. You remember I told you, Lord told me to stop telling them no. Listen,
We'll talk about that later, but he was on to something.
See,
I'm here for it.
See, my brother-in-law, he think I don't be in the spirit sometime, but I be in the spirit. Let me
I
tell
give
you.
it to you this time. I give it to you.
Yeah.
So let me say this. I'm gonna finish my statement. Now again, like she said, sister-in-law, sister. And the thing about it is my children adore them. They adore her. And when all else fails, I can make one phone call.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a done deal. Speaking of which, I need to call you.
Yeah. I mean, I have a heart. I have a
Yeah.
genuine heart for the youth, for children.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this, I believe, was birthed out of what I didn't get as a child.
And thank you for saying that, because y'all need to get her book.
Hmm.
If y'all want to get to know her, get that book.
Yeah.
To
So
get the
a lot
title of the book.
yeah.
What's the title of the book?
Permission to Heal.
Permission to Heal. And
It
I
is on
bought the
Amazon.
She wanted to finish.
Oh, well, I was gonna say I bought the audio book, and there's you can have a choice of audio or paperback, either one.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
Just saying that my love, I feel like, was birthed out of a place of emptiness.
That's good.
And I knew how important it was to have effective mentorship in your life. And I knew what I wanted, and I knew how I felt when I didn't get what I wanted.
That's good.
And so I wanted to be that for other people. And
That's
not to
good.
say everybody that I mentor have a bad past or their parents aren't necessarily active in their lives. A lot of
Exactly.
kids that I mentor, they have two-parent homes.
That's good.
But I'm just the addition of what their parents are instilling in them at home.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
good.
echo what's already being taught.
That's good. Now,
Yeah.
you know what? Expound on that. And the reason being is because we going to come against every little thing that's trying to lurk and prevent kids from coming to you that's in that area that it needs to happen. And the enemy will try to whisper in the ear, be like, oh, what is she, the replacement, or she's or her word is over mine. No. She knows who she is. She knows her role. This is your backup. This is
Yeah.
backup. This is talk
And
more
it's
about
good
that.
backup.
Yes, it is. Talk more about that. Talk more about that for real.
Yeah, seriously. No, I echo what's already been established. So the children that's in my group, I also have a relationship with the parents.
That's good.
And the parents and I communicate on a regular basis. And the parents and I also have an understanding as well, though, that they trust the God in me enough that I will not steer their children in the wrong direction. And so there may be times where their children confide in me some things that I necessarily will not share with the parents, that they trust me enough to direct them
That's
to a
good.
solution.
That's good.
To a solution. And of course, if it's something, too tragic, that's kind of out of my league, I talk to the children and say, hey, I have to bring your parents in on this one. This one I can't handle. And so I know my place. I know how far to go. I am not a replacement to nobody, because even the girls that I have in my group who does not have an active mother in their life, whether your mother is active or not, and whether she's not active, I still can never replace that. No matter what I do, there will still always be a certain level of voidness there. So I know who I am and I know my place. And I just say, hey, I'm the cherry on top of the ice cream.
That's
I just
Wow.
come to help be a part of the village. I'm bringing back that village. Because when I grew up, we had a certain type of village there that we don't
yes,
see anymore.
yes.
And I want to be a part of that village to help. I would also say when I grew up, we had like Becky Williams. I don't
And
know if anybody know of Becky
somebody just
Williams
mentioned her
from
in the
Mississippi.
comments.
Listen, Becky Williams,
Yep.
I feel like I'm the modern day Becky Williams. And I know that's saying a lot.
Oh no,
That's
somebody
saying
has already
oh,
said it. Somebody done
oh
already
wow,
said
somebody
it.
said that.
Yeah, you remind me of the many things Miss Becky Williams did, and she helped us and educated our parents. Yep.
Wow, that's a great compliment.
Yes, it is.
That's a great compliment. And Becky Williams was inspirational in my life. And so with the Hope program, so Becky Williams, Michael McDonald,
Oh
uh,
yes,
yes,
yes.
so I know how important Pastor Bishop
Bishop
Carnes,
Carnes. Yes, yes.
those three people were very influential in my life.
And
Very influential.
Michael his wife Patricia.
So I didn't really work a lot with Mrs. McDonald, but the program I was a part of, Mr. McDonald ran it.
Okay, I
So
got you.
I had a more of a relationship with Mr. McDonald. Not to say that Mrs. didn't, but my relationship and impact came more so from Mr. McDonald.
Okay, so for me, it was both of them.
Okay.
It was both of
So you
them.
understand.
Oh yes, I do. Miss Becky Williams. I saw her in everybody else's life, and I
Woo!
didn't get it. I heard about her. I would be in rooms with her, but I never had a direct. She never. It's like she didn't have to. It's like literally, by the time it was possibly a possibility for her to come into my life, I was off to school. It happened. But
Our
when I tell
community
you,
is lacking and missing her right now.
but here's the thing. Somebody put it in the comments. Becky part
Wow.
two.
Huh!
Becky part two.
I love it.
Yeah. And the thing is, somebody is supposed to come back. She was the trailblazer. So you picked up. You came, you said, okay, this trail fits me. I can get with
Wow.
this. I can get with this. And you've taken it on. And so continue to
Wow.
walk in it. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Continue. We are in the neighborhood, so we gotta keep our voice low. But
That's powerful. That's powerful. I'm humbled by that. Seriously.
yeah, yeah. So, okay. Man, I got so many questions coming in my head. You have anything?
I want to know does and not I don't know if this is like putting them on the spot or whatever, but like how is Jay instrumental in your success with Diamonds and Pearls?
Honestly, he let me be me. He let me
Mhm.
do me. He doesn't get in the way.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, he already know. He be like, "You got that dap thing tonight."
That sound like him
That
too.
sounds like
He be like, "You got that dap thing tonight." And I'm like, "Yes, I do." So he understands. And there are times when I'm doing specific activities at the church and I need his help. And so I'll be like, "Hey, honey, we got this going on. Can you set up?" And he's there. As a matter of fact, we're working on a big project now. We're about to be doing some painting, some renovating. We're building and expanding. And he's right there with me, right there by my side. And so he's supportive and he doesn't get in the way, number one, because he knows I hear from God.
That's
And if
good.
there's something that I'm doing, he does not get in the way of it.
That's good. That's
No.
good.
Wow. Explain some of these photos that I'm going through, like this one here.
Absolutely. So this one was,
Oh, I
um,
remember
a-
that.
this was a
Yes.
princess party.
Yes.
And I came as a representation of the big sister princess, and I taught them how to do proper curtsies. We learned how to hold a purse properly, how to properly sit and unfold your napkin when it's dinner time. This was just a day of being a princess. And when I walked in the door, they all looked at me like I was, the fairy godmother or somebody. And
Right.
so, they was looking at me like, oh, like a real live princess, like somebody who they can touch. They watch TV and they see all of this on TV. But that day for them, I represented somebody that they can touch and feel and know that, wow, okay, real princesses do exist. And
Exists.
so
Right.
that's what that day was.
I remember that because those white gloves was everything. It was the white gloves
Hmm.
for me.
What
So
about this?
this day, this was just a typical Diamonds and Pearls meeting, get together. It was hosted this time by the Lebiznik Art Center. So I've partnered with the Lebiznik Art Center here in Michigan City. And so they come out once a month and do crafts with us. They sponsor the crafts, they feed the girls and everything. So this
Oh.
day was our paint party, and that's what we did.
Now I'm seeing a lot of pink and green. Is there a certain
Our colors are pink and white.
Okay, just
And
wondering.
yeah, pink and white with a hint of yellow, actually.
Okay, with a hint of yellow. Okay.
Yeah, so pink and yellow.
Pink and yellow.
Yeah, so this day we visit the Michigan City Piranhas. It's a swim team in Michigan City. And before the girls can take swim lessons, they had to learn the basics of CPR.
Oh, that's
So
good.
all of the Diamonds and Pearls that day were taught CPR.
Wow.
That right there was one of my best meetings. That was
Wow.
amazing.
That's
To
good.
see those little girls over there going 1, 2, 3, and they were singing "Baby Shark" like that was the tune in their heads to know how to get the beat. So they going "Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark," and then they knew to stop and blow 2 blows and then go back to their 30 compressions. That was amazing.
Oh, that's
That
Wow.
was
good.
definitely one of my best Diamonds and Pearls meeting. And then after that, they learned how to swim.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
So this
good.
day, we were a part of a kayaking team. We were in a race. It was a fundraiser through the community. Somebody sponsored us, and we were in a kayak race. We lost, but it was fun. It was some team building. So
Yeah.
this day represented team building because trying to roll those pedals is
Mm.
tiresome. So when I get tired, I need the girls in the back to keep going. I need the people in the back to go on. So that day was about team building and leadership.
Oh wow.
Now
And then you
somebody.
looks like you gave away a scholarship on this one.
Absolutely. So we gave away 3 scholarships. We were able to give away 3 scholarships in 2022 for college. Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Now,
$2,000 scholarships apiece for 3 girls.
all right. Okay, so Jayla put in the comments, DAP needs a partnership with the school systems and after school program to get more community girls involved. So Jayla, does that mean that you would join too? Okay.
I agree. I agree. And, pray. We just going to pray that, can I just be honest and transparent?
Yeah.
Um, a lot of times when people see that you're doing positive things, you'll be surprised at how many people that have the ability and capabilities to help you won't help you
Wow.
because it's not them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Those are types of things that, unfortunately, in Michigan City, that I'm coming against. They know it's a good program.
Uh-huh.
They see the results. There's fruit that comes behind everything that we do. But honestly, some people that have the abilities to help those doors, they just won't. So I just believe that God is saying, I don't want them to help.
Come
This is
on
a God
now.
thing.
Yep.
This is a God thing. And every door that I have for you and these girls, trust me, you will walk through them.
And the thing about it is the Lord will allow other laborers that you have never met, but people know them, and they'll put your name at their meeting. Your name will be in the mouths of the right people that will take you forward, that will go into your future, into the lives of those girls. I've seen God do it every time. Anytime I see somebody's motive like that, where they it's like they want you to bow to them or something for whatever reason, I'll be like, okay, God, I thank you, Lord, for you going around them. He'll go around them in front of them.
Absolutely.
I've seen him do it. So yeah,
Seriously.
go ahead.
No, seriously, I totally agree.
Yeah,
Totally
I've seen
agree.
him do it. So it's like it ain't even worth the sweat off your back, because it's like God goes around it, and he's sovereign. He's sovereign, and they left in the dust, But so even in saying that, you know who you are, you know who you know who she is, you see the connection, you have a burden. Now go ahead and go it. Don't ignore what you feel called led to do for Diamonds and Pearls. Get a hold of her on Facebook, messenger her. If you need to inbox us, and we'll connect you with her. However way the way will be made, the connection will be made, and it will happen. The other thing to that is, I believe, now this is something I said on Facebook the other day, when you were doing the drop offs for Valentine's
The Valentine's
Day.
basket drop off.
That right there, the smiles on their faces in those pictures. And I said, this is going to be something that they're going to continue with their children and people in their community. Because trust me, there'll be DAP of Nashville, and it'll be the DAP of, because it'll turn into chapters, because it is something to spark in so many of them that you've touched, that they'll want to continue it wherever they go in life.
Yeah.
Wherever they go in life. And so the thing about it is, it's something that will be continued, that they will want to do for their daughters, or other young ladies in their life. They'll want to continue. It will just, it's contagious. It's a good thing. It will go, it's a legacy. That's where I'm getting to. It goes beyond even you. It goes beyond even you. But it had to start somewhere.
So I know that as far as monetary, you're in need of course, donations. But you and I had a conversation. I don't know if it's so apropos to discuss it now, but you had said that you needed computers.
Yes.
Was this was for that, right? Or
This is for that.
okay. So yeah, so if there's, and I sent you a lead, I'm not sure if they respond. I probably got to follow up as well on my end, but to Lenovo. But if there's anyone that has any connections with, some brand new computers, then please get in contact with Lady Felicia to let them know where that lead. And I'm speaking new computers. We don't want no old computers.
Come on.
With that error message,
right.
that keep coming up.
It take 5 minutes, 10 minutes to boot up because
To boot up, absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. No, seriously. Like I said earlier, we are in the process of upgrading. So, God has blessed us with this big church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like for now, we're going to put it to use. And so we're taking literally the whole third floor of High Praise, and we're turning it into Diamonds and Pearls.
Wow.
So that's like 4 or 5 rooms.
Right.
So we want a computer lab. We want a reading lab. There's going to be just a music lab.
Okay.
Everything that you can think of is what we're working on right now in our renovation process. So the computers are definitely needed. So if you have something you want to donate, we will definitely take it for sure.
Nikisha Martin says seed has went to your Cash App, Mama. So I guess
So check your Cash App.
Yeah, check your Cash App.
Okay.
So outside of Diamonds and Pearls, you're a wife.
Yes.
You're a mother. You're a auntie.
Oh yeah.
Pastor.
Woo, go back to Auntie. Put the claps on. Woo!
Put the claps on.
Your
I love
auntie.
my nieces and nephews, all of
Yes.
them. I do. Yeah,
Um.
they're my babies. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Got a
you're
little
fine. So,
sidetracked.
no, you good. So, I mean, and you're like a mogul in the
Yeah.
ministry area,
Wow.
you know.
Somebody said sister.
Right, sister. Yeah, who said that?
Mina.
Oh, me. Oh,
That's right.
right. Life coach.
Right.
I mean, you're
Yes.
so many. I mean, if Jay and I always joke around about our resumes when it comes to fixing stuff.
Right.
But if we look at your resume and just see all the stuff that you have done, that you're doing, and that you will be doing, it's like it'll be 3-4 pages worth of single line,
Right.
But like what do you have coming up next? I mean, you have DAP, then you have
WAP.
the WAP, just give us a brief explanation of that. And I think I may have been in the spirit when I told you, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but I saw WAP going all over the country, like different cities, and I may have said that. I don't know that, but I know it's going to be in Nashville though, right?
We're working on traveling now. Yes,
Yeah.
it's in the making.
So
It's in the making.
what else can you do? Like what
Listen, she said whatever her hands find to do. Listen.
Honestly, I don't be looking for this stuff. I really don't. Honestly, it's like I see a need, I feel a burden, and whatever way that I can help, that's etiquette ball. Because most of the girls can't really, walk in heels like that. So that is an option for them to be able to wear gym shoes with their ball gown dresses. However, so this is what I meant to say, and some of the girls are pearls.
Oh.
And
What's the
at
difference?
at a certain age, you're going to transition from a diamond to a pearl. And we're working on now, the team and I, for the girls that reach that age right before you're about to go off to college, graduate high school. At that point, we will have a pearl kind of ceremony where we present the pearls as a
All right.
representation of you entering into womanhood.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's
And so
awesome.
most of the girls now are diamonds. And so, the diamonds, we know diamonds are of value. And
Right.
so we're teaching them about value and, their self-worth. And we know that pearls are sophisticated and classy.
Right.
So if we can get you to know your value and your self-worth now, when you're transitioning into that womanhood, you're transitioning into a phase of sophistication, not being bougie, not thinking you're all that, but just really knowing and valuing who you are as a woman. We're bringing back the girliness.
I love it.
You
Come
know,
on.
I
Come
want to
on.
see some girls carrying
Yes.
purses, wearing ear,
Yes.
like we want to bring that back.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I ain't saying nothing negative about nothing else. I'm just saying what we want to bring back.
Yes.
The funny thing
This is what we want to do.
Carlette and she what day was it? I think that was for church. We were out of town, and Chloe got a purse for Christmas, and it does my heart good just to see her act woman-like almost like it's like second nature, like the way she carried her purse. It was all pretty, and I love it. I love the way she just. And we joke around, and we say, bougie and stuff. I actually like that. I mean, because it shows you that we're raising our children in an age, in an era where it seems like everything goes, but we're raising the standard to say, no, everything doesn't go, and that you have to live this standard if you want to be holy and acceptable unto God. And the standard we have to, me as a father, when it comes to Chloe, we have to raise that bar just to say that I don't care how much I'd spoil her or whatever. I mean, I can spoil her, like give her everything she wants, but I have to, because I have to raise that bar because I don't want her to have just any type of knucklehead that's not going to treat her right. She has to have someone that is up there with what her daddy did for her. You know, she shouldn't have to have anything less.
Right.
And I think you all are doing an excellent job at conveying that message.
Now, do want to put this disclaimer out there. I 100% agree with everything you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want nobody who don't grasp on to this to think you're not holy and acceptable unto the Lord. And what I mean by that is everybody don't grasp on to the whole ladylike thing, and they still love God, and they still.
I'm just saying, hey, that's
I
me.
know.
It's for me and my house.
And that's exactly it. As for me and my house, there is a standard. There is a way that Chloe and the boys are raised, and certain things I will not purchase, I will not buy. And I do say to her, girls do this and girls don't do that. Now, when she get out my house, that's on her. But right now, she's being formed, shaped, taught, and I don't have a problem when I send her to her auntie. It's not changed. It's not undone. It's a standard that's in the family, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's, like I said, diamonds and pearls represent that. And you have a choice whether or not to put your daughters in this group. And if you decide to put them a part of it, that's the standard that we carry.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We're not coming against whatever, nobody, this is the standard that diamonds and pearls carry. And so if you decide to be a part of diamonds and pearls, this is what you will get. And most parents want this. And so that's why they're putting their daughters in diamonds and pearls. Absolutely.
These mosquitoes.
One just came. Ooh, my ear. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some off. So we gonna anything. So okay, I meant to say. So I said all that earlier to say about you doing a lot. Like, what do you have coming up next outside of just diamonds and pearls? Like the WAP and the church anniversary, or pastor. What?
Absolutely. We have our 18th year. We'll be celebrating 18 years of ministry next month. So we have those services coming up the first week in March. I have a few outside engagements where I will be a part of women's conferences within the next months or so. In preparation for the Girl Get Up conference that's held annually in the month of September, quarterly, I like to do what's called a Girl Get Up follow-up. And so we're going to be hosting our Girl Get Up follow-up on March 19th at 4 o'clock. It's going to be powerful. I'm telling you, make sure if you're living in the Northwest Indiana area, make sure you register for the Girl Get Up follow-up. We're preparing for our annual women's conference, which is going to be held in September. Like I said, we're doing the etiquette ball, princess ball for diamonds and pearls. Just regular annual stuff. It's always something happening for sure.
Cool. Well, we appreciate you taking.
And I want to say
ahead.
this last thing. Now, we had mentioned how you said how right there in the city people see what you're doing, but they won't help even though they have the power to, because it's not them. Someone said something to me Saturday, and they were like, I'm surprised you did what you did, being that you are no longer a part of this certain organization. And I say, you know what? When we all realize that we're all on the same team.
Absolutely.
We're all on the same team. We're supposed to all have the same mission, and that is to exemplify and share Christ. Yeah. And when we get past that, is I versus it. If we get away from the blueprint of this walk, of this way, of this life, and forget that we're supposed to all be on the same team, then we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Then we're in trouble. But for all those who still realize you're on the same team, listen, do your part. Do your part. And listen, we want to thank you so much. You are making Black history, and we thank you for your yes that keeps getting renewed and refreshed. And you know how we say another yes, another yes. And so we thank you for coming on, being our guest at the Chris and Carlette Live. You
In
are
Florida.
Yes, in Florida. The remote, as these mosquitoes is trying to play in my ear. And so,
Yeah. So I know we're about to go off, but I want to say this. I just want to say this quickly.
Okay.
The age group that I have between 9 and 19, of
uh-huh.
course, we're not limited to that age.
Mm-hmm.
I've had girls younger than 9, and of course, I mentor girls older than 21.
Gotcha.
That's just the base, older than 19, that's just the base age.
Uh-huh.
But when I tell you, Carlette, that these girls, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, they're going through some stuff. Many people say, you're young. What could you possibly be going through at the
Mm,
age of 12?
mm,
We have to stop that. We have to stop that. They're dealing with some stuff. We have girls that are dealing with bullying at school. That's a big thing. Bullying, insecurities, peer pressure, depression. So they think, society has, everybody's talking about mental illness and depression. So now that's how these kids are putting labels on what they're going through. Oh, I'm depressed. And this one right here, you'll be surprised. I work for a pain and anesthesiologist doctor.
mm-hmm.
And so we deal with a lot of narcotics and opioids.
Jesus.
You will be surprised how many students in middle school are using narcotics,
Wow.
and they're putting them in a form of gummies and fentanyl and
Mm.
Xanax. So I encourage the parents, like, if you take these type of medications,
Lock them up.
lock it away,
Yes.
because these children are tapping into things that we would not have never tapped into.
Mm-hmm.
They're being exposed to a lot more. And so mentorship is needed. That's why mentorship is so important,
Yeah.
to just help navigate. I asked one of my mentees today, how would you describe DAP? She said DAP is like a navigator.
Wow.
DAP is there to help navigate you through life,
Hmm.
to
Wow.
give you direction, to help lead you and help guide you. And so that's what we do. We don't do it for accolades. I don't do it for people to call my name, because if you never call my name, I know somebody that's going to call my name.
Right.
And it's
Right.
going to be worth it all. But we're making an impact, and I'm very, very grateful for my village that helps me do what I do.
Wow. LaShonda, I saw your comment. She wanted to know if I help get some of the Greek organizations to help with sending some donations out to you. So yes,
Absolutely.
we just call me. And we got Max the dog.
Max the dog who
Max,
just walked.
he's like 80 years old, and
Max like
he has so much wisdom
right.
to bring to
He's
everyone.
a silent storm. He don't say
Yes.
nothing. He
So,
just mosey along.
but yeah, so we'll definitely, LaShonda, we'll hook up. Let me know.
Absolutely.
Just give me a call. See what we can do. But yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Carlette will get with you after the show and make sure this dog don't step on my light. Max, what you doing, Max? Go on.
Max real grown.
He need him some wheelchair.
Overgrown.
But but all right. Well, thank you so much. And again, we appreciate you, and we'll call you after we end the show.
Oh wait, somebody put on here 10 for okay.
Oh, that
10.
was LaShonda.
That's
Yeah.
Shonda.
All right. Well,
All
you
right,
take
well,
it easy.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye. Well. That was a great show.
That was a lot. That was good.
Yes.
That
so
was good.
what tomorrow I wanted to make sure you all tune in tomorrow, because we have 2 special editions for this week. Tuesday we'll be talking to Crystal Carroll. We'll be and the topic is her triumphant journey with going through breast cancer,
And she
also
is a native Floridian.
right. So she's
right
going
here.
to. We were going to have her come up, but the traffic down here is a little bad, so she's going to just do a remote session. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have none other than my cousin, attorney Terry C. Gray. here, and we're going to just have a fireside chat about attorney life and what that means, and then whatever else is on his heart. So make sure you all tune into the Chris and Carlette Live Show on Facebook and YouTube. Hey, remember, we're going over to we're going over to YouTube, so make sure you click on the link for the YouTube, and then we'll read your comments from there.
Yes.
So we appreciate any final last words, Carlette.
As always, we want to thank our guests on tonight, Pastor Felicia. And again, you all can go into the comments if you want to. You know who you are. You want to donate to that movement, to that program, to that organization, Diamond and Pearl. Again, you can find her DAP Mentorship or Felicia Blakley on on Facebook. You can find her, send her a message, direct message her, or you can contact us. We will do the connecting as well. Cash App is in there, $P, the number 2, then H. You can make a donation. And thank you to the ones who already done that on this evening. And those businesses, those Greek organizations, this is one you want to pour into right there in Michigan City, Indiana, and making a difference, definitely making a difference in the community. And listen, it's something that spreads like a wildfire. It's a positive thing that is spreading and helping many. So good. If you have somebody or something that is causing people to not be a statistic, you want to get behind that. You want to get behind it, and that's Diamonds and Pearls. So thank you all for joining us tonight. As I always tell y'all to pray. Seek the face of God. Pray, call on his name. His name is Jesus. We love you. Take care of yourself. Until next time, we will see you tomorrow, because this is a special week. We're doing back-to-back shows, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us this week on Chris and Carlette. Make sure to check out our website, chrisandcarlette.com. If you're on Facebook, share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our show. You may also find us on Apple Podcast, where you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Let us stay in contact with you by texting CNC Live to 474747. That's CNC Live to 474747.
CNC Live.